Let's have a look at our second piece, which is your switch. So this will also look you a similar, like you will be having a question, Hemant, why I'm using switch and when I'm using if else. So I will explain you the reason. So switch is something where you already know a certain set of values, and in those cases you are going to use switch. And if else is more of your conditional based. If your condition is true, you are going further. If it is false, you are not going further and getting and reaching out to the final value. Switch is also doing the same thing. If you compare between two, switch is comparatively faster. It will run fast. So let me give you a few examples. Let's say you are trailing or iterating on your days in a week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So you already know that I have 7 days in a week that you can use in the switch. So whichever value you are going to receive from the user, accordingly your switch case is going to be opted. Let's talk about 12 days in a year. Sorry, 12 months in a year. That will be in under switch. I will give you something related to what we do in Selenium. You will be able to understand as well. So I will take an example from the Selenium, how we do in it and where do we use switch. So let's take it like switch test and take your main method as of now. So in this main method, you can remove this comment. So this you can consider coming from other sources, which we will be doing in at framework level. But as of now, I'm holding up over here in this piece as we are at very beginner level. So my string, or I would say a browser value is, let's say Chrome. Okay. So this value is I'm hard coding. This will be coming from my other sources in later stages. Now I have to perform cross browsers testing. So for example, this is my website. I want to test this website where, let's say this is my website. I want to test this website on Chrome, Firefox, and your Safari, all of these browsers. Okay. So I will be having the same code, but I will be using this switch command, and whichever value of the browser I'm going to receive from the user, that set of browser will be launched and all the scripts are going to run on them. And again, we will cover a lot of other things around it, but let's stick to basics. And you have a browser value Chrome. So how come one will be able to decide? My code is going to decide, and my code is capable enough to run on Chrome, on my Firefox, on Safari, on IE, on Edge, all of them. So how come I will be able to implement the code in it? So for that, where I know these are my 5 browsers, okay. So I will be taking up this switch case in it. I can also do the same thing with if else, but switch case is preferable as it is faster and you know the values beforehand. So that is where your switch is the one which is you are going to opt for. So this can be your question as well. That is why I'm focusing a lot. So switch is again similar to how we were doing if else. So if is asking for you a condition here. So switch will also be asking you for a condition in this bracket. So this is how you are going to write a syntax of it. So switch is keyword you are going to add and then a bracket, and into it you are going to add a condition, the way you were doing it on previous example as well. So what condition you are going to put? So you can directly put the browser here. And why this is not taking? Let me add it. Okay. So this is I am taking as a value, which is it is going to get it from here, right? And in the switch cases, we used to write like this: case and name of the case. Let's say in our case, it is Chrome. And then you have to put a colon and then enter and put system. I'm as of now just printing the value. You will be writing the code of launching the browser. So as of now, we are understanding the switch case. So we are using only print statements. Test scripts on Chrome. Okay. So this is your first case, right? So one more thing you have to add over here is something called as break. So this is very important thing. Otherwise, thing will be messed up. I will show you how to mess it up as well. Case second, which is your, let's say, Firefox. Put a colon. So you have to follow the syntax. Okay, so and at the last, you have to write break. You can again do a tab here. So your case will look in this case, and you can just use some tabs to present your code in a better way. So I'm adding a break in the next tab. So just use the tab to bring this over here. Then your third case is Safari, or you can add all of them, whichever you want to run on. Safari. Sorry. So run test on Safari. Same way, you will be writing all of those options. So let me add one more. I'm just copy pasting it. Right edge and edge. Okay. So this is how you have to write. And there's one more thing which is important, which is called as default. So there are chances, maybe as you know, Java is case sensitive. So the person who might be giving you a value, they might use Chrome as capital. This is possible. And you have not implemented to handle the value, like if the user is giving uppercase or lowercase, or maybe C as capital, then writing like this, but you are saying to give like this. So there are chances one can give some wrong value as well. So if in the case of wrong value, out of all these three or sorry, four options, what will happen? So default is something you have to add, which is a must thing. You can say browser not supported. Okay. So this way you can just use a switch case specifically, which is used in framework as well. So I've given you an example of the framework only, but this value is coming from other sources, which we will discuss later. Let's run this. So it is saying run test scripts on Chrome. Okay. If I change to this, so it is saying browser not supported. Then we have to implement a lot of things, uppercase, lowercase, that kind of things we have to add. Or maybe when you are giving an opportunity to the user only, that let's say I have created a framework and I have given one file where one will be providing the value of browser. So over there only in the comment section, I will be saying choose between Chrome, Edge, Firefox, or Safari. So if you go with this way, by giving a message to that person or a note to that person, then that person is going to directly copy it from here and give it over here. And if you are putting a comment over here, and this is not going to execute as well. So this is one way one can do. And there are other implementation as well, like one will be doing and accepting uppercase, lowercase, first uppercase and rest of the things are lowercase. All that is also possible, but that is your next steps to do. One more thing I want to show you. So I ran this one, switch case. So it is saying run test script on Chrome. So when you guys are not going to write in this particular syntax, and if you miss something out of it, okay, people are still writing. Okay. No worries.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. I just sent the
This
commit
is
link.
fine. So there are two ways, either of two as of now you can try. I will later explain you why it is equal to. So one guy has one has written equal to, and Abhilasha has written a method called as equals, which is of string. So I will explain you in next class. So either of two as of now you can go with. Okay. So I don't want to go a lot into so many things. So I'm talking about the syntax of your switch. If by chance you write something wrong, let's say I'm looking for a Chrome, and if I remove this break, by mistake I missed it or whatever is the scenario. So now you will see what is happening. Both of them has been printed. So this break statement is something which is taking you out. The last question which you asked me. In the case of your switch, if you don't put a brake, it's something like you are driving something or riding something. If you want to put a brake, as soon as you get the right or the true value. So this brake is very much needed. Otherwise, if you see the result, it is not putting on a brake and it is coming up with the next result as well, which we don't want. So I hope you got it. So this is something which is taking you out of the whole set of cases. So as soon as I get this value, I will not be scrolling around on this. I will not be iterating on all of these. I will directly come out of this switch case. So this Chrome can be on this position or maybe in the last position. If it is on last, it will keep on iterating on each and every one and keep on comparing it. Okay. So that is what I was showing you, that you cannot play with the syntax.